everybody. I'm Larry Ridley.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the New York Jets and the New Orleans Saints. This fielded at the 2, and he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 24-yard line. Now the former Tulane star down the road, it's Matt Forte. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the carry, good pickup on first down. Bridgewater now on second down. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. They'll run with Forte. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
5 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a third down. So still in search of the first down after that last completion.
Let's go. 180.
On third down, Bridgewater. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. 3.5 to go, first quarter.
Ready? 5.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up a third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Now the ninth-year man from LSU, Thomas Morstead, on to punt, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
And I think for most teams, the obvious is to try and be the number 1 or number 2 seed. But when you look at it across the league and throughout the history of trying to get to the Super Bowl, the teams you really fear are the ones that get hot and sometimes sneak in at a 5 or a 6 seed, because we've seen those teams actually get to the Super Bowl and occasionally win it.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Now Bridgewater. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. On play action, it's Bridgewater. And he's got a noon one. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
And before they can run another play, the clock hits 000. And time is up on the 1st quarter. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. We We remind you that coming up later tonight, this is going to be a good one. The Cowboys and the Raiders going at it in the East Bay.
No, that's old school right there.
Old school indeed. Then Monday night, another good late season matchup. The Falcons and the Buccaneers from Tampa to wrap up Week 15. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you could actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drip back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Breeze to Ingram on the draw. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
To throw, it's Breeze. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll be down deep into Jet territory. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll have Larry Ridley's highlights, but points obviously hard to come by in this first half. Larry will be in Orlando with our halftime report in about 2 minutes' time.
Yeah, he and his staff are putting together nothing but deep.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Coming into the year, Breeze, 465 touchdown passes, add another one to the total.
You know, it's funny, I just talked with his college head coach, and he told me that when Drew was a sophomore at Purdue, they weren't sure he was truly the starter, even though he started the opening game. And he made a play early in that one, where the coach got on the headset and told the rest of the staff, well, fellas, we found our quarterback. Now we got to make sure we find the rest of our team.
Breeze hasn't looked back since. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well documented they're last in the league in offense, number 32. What changes might they make?
And this where you have to be almost like a check.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Let's go. 180. 180.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Out of the pistol, Forte. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Fresh set of downs here. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Let's go. 180. 180.
Second down, Bridgewater. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The target that time, Michael Thomas. That'll bring up second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Second down following the incompletion.